Hey, what up everybody, it's Senny, and this is Gems of War on PS4. And today we're going to be going over the top 3 classes you should level up first in Gems of War. Classes are something you use for your hero in Gems of War. You should always be leveling up some class or the other because there are a lot of them. We're also getting a new class today, the Tidecaller class. Supposedly it's going to be a top 10 class, but I can't really speak on it yet because it just came out today. But we're going to go over the top 3 classes right now in the troop menu. Alright, so yeah, go to the troop menu, then go over to class. This was actually sparked by a commenter, hopefully subscriber, named Bright Tick Creations. He didn't actually ask what the top 3 classes were, but I see this question asked a lot. But he was kind of confused as to what classes do and if they are important. And they really are, because you should be using your hero in pretty much any team that you're just grinding with, or I pretty much use it on every single team except for on Guild Wars. So yeah, it's really important. Classes are really important. They're one of the most important things in the game. It's how your hero gets perks. It's kind of like how a weapon has a bunch of perks. The hero class will have perks, and the hero will also have a typing and a kingdom it's from, so it can get more stats by matching with other typings and kingdoms. But yeah, here are all the classes. We have Archer, Assassin, Bard, Death Knight, Dervish, Dragon Guard, Frost Mage, Knight, Mechanist, Necromancer, Oracle, Orb Weaver, Plague Lord, Priest, Rune Priest, Sentinel, Shaman, Sorcerer, Thief, Titan, Warden, Warlord, War Priest, Sun Spear, Tidecaller, and they'll probably keep adding them. And as you can see, I don't have a lot of them leveled up very far. I have Archer at 100. I have, let's see, Sentinel at 81. It's the one I'm working on right now. Thief at 100, Titan at 100. And that's about it. But that might have just given you a preview at which the best classes are. But anyway, probably not the smartest thing to do. But yeah, it's really hard to level them up. I mean, it's hard because it takes so much time. It's not hard as in each level to gain. It's hard as in it takes a long time to level up every class to 100. But yeah, if you want to level them up, you should just go and do an explore team. Maybe check out my Tradestone farming video. I have a fast team on there that you can use, and just go to any explore and just blow through a bunch of battles. That's how you get experience for your class, is just beating enemies and winning battles. So but yeah, let's check it out. Let's start with the number 3 most viable best class in the game, and I would call that Sentinel. Sentinel, the number 3, we'll start with 3 and go up to 1. Sentinel is number 3 in the game out of all the classes. What does it have that is good? Let's see here. Class info. You get it from Urskaya, so you would go to Urskaya, complete all the quests, and then there'd be an extra bonus quest afterwards that would only be like 4 battles. It's pretty easy to do. That would open up the Sentinel class for you. I'm not sure if they have it on Switch yet. Somebody mentioned that in one of my videos where I recommended Sentinel for something, and they said, well, you know, Switch doesn't have Sentinel yet. Well, yeah, hopefully you can get some value out of this still, out of the number 2 and number 1, but if you don't have Sentinel, you'll get it soon, I'm sure. But yeah, go to Urskaya, complete all the quests, and then there'll be an extra bonus quest afterwards, which will open the class for you, and that's how you open all the classes. That, or there's a class event, like every week, once a week, there's a event for each different class. It goes on a rotation, and you can open it up there as well. You also get a weapon from the class. This one has Shield of Urskaya. It gives an ally 27 armor, boosted by all enemy attack, then enrage and barrier them. It's not awesome. It's not bad. Not great, but it's decent. But the way you get that weapon is you have to get 250 wins with this class equipped, which you're gonna need a bunch of wins anyway for the champion level. I'm at level 81, which means I have to get 82 wins to get to level 82. And then to get to level 83, I'm going to have to get 83 wins. To get to level 84, I'm going to have to get 84 wins. So that's why you want to go through and just win quickly, like an Explorer with a farming team, a Tradestone farming team, a Sunbird team, something like that. But you earn champion XP by winning battles with your hero on the team. So you have to have this equipped for it to count. So make sure you equip Sentinel. Go in Explorer or PvP or whatever, just leave it on your hero and just do everything with it, and eventually you will level up to 100 and get the weapon. What else can we show here? The talent trees. The talent trees, the traits. The traits are leader, gain 3 to all skills if in first position. Holy armor, reduce damage from skulls by 40%. And get behind me, 25% chance to barrier a random ally at the start of my turn. So all good stuff here. 3 to all skills if in first position is good. Holy armor, great. 40% reduced damage from skulls. And get behind me, 25% chance to barrier a random ally at the start of my turn. And that goes off a lot. I always see get behind me going off. So that's good. And then there's also talents. Alright, so we have the morale tree, the stone tree, and the guardian tree. Usually it depends like what other troops you have on your team. Sometimes you have to go in here and change these depending on what other troops you have on your team. But usually there is 1 or 2 that are better than the others almost always, but it does depend on the coloration of your team as well. But we have Exemplar, gain 5 attack and PvP. Impact, inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage to me, that's pretty decent. Stonewall, all brown allies gain 2 armor. So yeah, out of these I would pick probably Impact. Unless you're doing PvP, then you can gain 5 attack. Stonewall, pretty much crappy. Hammer Mastery here, well, I'll start over here. For level 5, which would be, you have to win 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4 and then 5 battles to get to level 5, which doesn't take too long. Resplendence, gain 2 magic if using jewelry. Hammer Mastery, gain 2 magic if using a hammer, such as the Mountain Crusher. Protector, gain 3 magic if using a shield, like the one you get from the class. Level 10, you get Royal Armory. All ally knights gain 2 armor. Stone Circle, all brown allies gain 3 armor. And Vanguard, gain barrier at the start of battle. That's the best one there. The best one here, it just depends on your weapon. So if you have a shield, jewelry, or hammer, if you have none of them, it doesn't matter. Just pick one. Okay, level 20, Quick Study, gain 10% bonus XP from battle. Dwarven Armor, gain 4 armor for each Dwarven ally. Razor Armor, add 20% of armor to skull damage. So that's the best one there, the Razor Armor. Quick Study, if you are really a stickler for getting XP, that's not too bad either. But I would say Razor Armor is the most useful there. Alright, and here we are. This is the main thing that makes Sentinel good right here. Level 40. We have Commander, gain 2 to all skills if in first position. Rock Solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems. I don't even know why I have Commander selected there, because Rock Solid is the best. Savior, when an ally dies, barrier another random ally. Sometimes that's good too. All of these are good right here. Level 40, if you can get Sentinel to level 40, that is great. But Rock Solid, one of the best talents in the game for class. You gain barrier when you match brown gems. So if you have a team with brown mostly in it, put your hero in the first slot with Sentinel, keep matching brown, you'll have a barrier the whole time if you can keep matching brown. It's really awesome. You can pretty much pick when you want to have a barrier, and when it gets knocked off or whatever, just match brown again and you'll get it again. So yeah, this is what makes Sentinel the third best class in the game, probably. With there's other good ones too that I've been mentioning. Alright, down here we have Inspiration. All allies start battle with 15% mana. Stone Mastery. Gain bonus brown mana from brown gem matches. And Banishment. Dispel all enemies on 4 or 5 gem matches. All of these are also good. 15%. It's not great, but you know, sometimes it's nice to see your troops starting with that extra 2 or 3 mana. But most of the time you're going to use Stone Mastery so you can gain bonus brown mana from brown gem matches. Banishment, cool as well. If you're facing a team with a lot of barrier or something, it'll dispel it on 4 or 5 gem matches. And then level 100 we have, I don't even have it yet, I'm working towards it. This is the class I'm leveling up right now. Urska Major. All Urska allies gain 1 attack every turn. Fortitude, immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, and devour. And armor plating. All mech allies gain 2 armor per turn. So Fortitude, the best here. You're immune to devour, poison, disease, death mark, etc. Not ECDC. That's everything. Stun, poison, disease, death mark, and devour. So that's the best one there. Alright, so updating because I guess I changed one. Now, what is the second best class in the game? You would think maybe Archer, since I leveled it to 100. No, I just accidentally leveled that to 100. Before they changed the classes to the way it is now, I had leveled Archer to 100. It's one of the top 10, I would say, but definitely not the second. Second best class in the game right now, this could change after the Tidecaller, but I doubt it, is Thief. Thief is really good with the Key team. The Cedric team with the Skeleton Key and Egg Thief and Greed. It's a Zaijin class, so you'd have to go complete all the Zaijin quests and then do the extra quest afterward to get Thief, or wait for an event and do it that way. I got it to level 100 because it's the second best class in the game, and I made sure to level it to 100. And I use the Skeleton Key team a lot, and this is a good class to use with that. It's the best class to use with that. Skeleton Key deals 29 damage to the first and last enemies, boosted by my gold. If an enemy dies, gain an extra turn. So you're going to boost your gold all the way up with Cedric, who has extra gold, and then you're going to freaking one-shot 2 people on their team and then get an extra turn on top of that. Let's check out the talents. Or first we'll check out the traits. Greedy, gain 2 bonus gold on 4 or 5 gem matches. That helps out with you getting your gold up for your Skeleton Key. Fast, start battles with 50% mana. This is why this is the second best class in the game, because you get to start with 50% mana. That pretty much is one of the determining factors in if a class is good or not. It's if they can start with 50% mana or not, and Thief can do that, so that's why it's number 2. Not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons it's number 2. And then Sneak Attack, deal 7 damage to the last enemy on 4 or 5 gem matches, which is more helpful than you think it would be. So these are all helpful, all of them. The talent tree, we have Cunning, Shadow, and Wind. Level 1, we have Hunt. Hunters mark a random enemy and 4 or 5 of a kind. Gloom, all purple allies gain 2 life. Windshield, gain 8 armor. The best one here is Hunt. Hunters mark a random enemy and 4 or 5 of a kind. You'll pretty much keep the first troop on their team. Well, actually, it's a random enemy, but hopefully it hits the first troop on their team. And you'll do a bunch of extra damage on skulls. Because you're going to be matching a lot of 4 or 5 of a kind, like always. But level 5 here, we have Knife Throwing. Gain 2 magic if using a dagger. Goes really well with Skeleton Key, which is a dagger. Shadow Scales. All Naga allies gain 1 armor every turn. Precision. Gain 2 magic if using a missile. So this works good with Skeleton Key. And if you have a missile, you know, you'd take Precision. But most of the time you're going to use Knife Throwing and Hunt for the first 2. Level 10, we have Light Fingers, gain 5 gold every turn. Shadow's Call, 20% chance to summon a Sister of Shadows when an enemy dies. And Wind Speed, all yellow allies start battle with 10% mana. These are all good, like Light Fingers will help you get your gold up quickly. Shadow's Call is helpful to keep the durability of your team. Like, you have a 20% chance to summon, and if you add that to the rest of the stuff in the talent tree, there's going to be a lot of summoning going on. So that is the theme of this talent tree for me, is summoning. So I pick Shadow's Call here. 20% chance to summon a Sister of Shadows when an enemy dies. And wind speed's only 10% mana, that's not great. And it's only yellow allies, so... But they're all decent, so... I'd either pick Lightfingers or Shadow's Call, though. Okay, level 20, backup. 35% chance to summon a bandit when an ally dies. This used to be 50% chance. They had to lower it down because it was way too good. You'll see a lot of people trolling you in PvP with backup, with summoning, with what I'm doing with this talent tree right now, pretty much. Dust's Aura, create a dark storm at the start of battle. Celestial Currents, all Centaur allies gain 1 magic. So the best one here is definitely backup. Level 40, Goblin Friend, all goblin allies gain 2 attack. Stealthy, cannot be targeted by spells unless there are no other targets. And Gale Force, all yellow allies gain 2 attack. Stealthy, the only one that's good here. You can't be targeted, so they can't kill your hero. Don't put your hero in the first slot, and put it in the second or third slot, and you won't be able to be targeted, and your hero will stay alive forever and be casting Skeleton Key, which is awesome. Okay, level 70 here, we have Dodge, 30% chance to dodge skull damage, that's good. Dark Venom, poison a random enemy when matching purple gems, decent. And Child of the Sky, 25% chance to summon a Hero Nath when an ally casts a spell. Add that to the backup with the Bandit and the Sister of Shadow, 20%, and that's a lot of percent chance to summon something in a battle. But dodge is also good, 30% chance to dodge skull damage. So if you're not doing the summoning thing, if you're taking let's say Lightfingers here, and maybe Dust Aura here, then you could take dodge here maybe. But since I'm doing Bandits and Sisters of Shadows already, might as well get a Hero Nath in there as well with Child of Sky. 25% chance to summon a Hero Nath when an ally casts a spell. Alright, and the last one, level 100, we have Thieves Guild. All rogues gain 1 magic on 4 or 5 of a kind. Rising Shadows, 7% chance to assassinate the last enemy when another enemy dies. Strix Commander, all Strix allies gain 1 attack every turn. This is awesome. When this goes off with your Skeleton Key, if your Skeleton Key gets 2 kills, which it usually does if you get your gold all the way to max, and then this goes off as well, you get 3 kills with 1 cast. It's badass. So I'd definitely use this just for that 7% chance. When you kill an enemy, another enemy just dies, just croaks, just falls over. It's awesome. It's awesome to see 3 things die at once. So combined with that and all the summoning and how good it is with Skeleton Key, that is why this is the second best class in the game. Alright, the number 1. I know you've been waiting patiently for the number 1. The first class you should level up, the best class in the game, is Titan. Got that also to level 100, so if you're smart, you probably already knew which classes I was going to talk about. Maybe Archer threw you off, but yeah. Titan. Let's go to class info first of all. Get this from Stormheim. Do all the quests in Stormheim. Then there'll be an extra quest with like 4 battles, and you'll get the Sentinel class, or the Titan class. You can even get this on Switch, so you can get Thief on Switch as well, so you can still get the top 2 best classes in the game on Switch, so make sure you start working on Titan, and then work on Thief, and then hopefully Sentinel will be out by the time you get those both to 100. But yeah, Thoradin, deal 30 damage to an enemy, and half of that damage to adjacent enemies, boosted by ally and enemy giants. It's not that great, I've never seen anybody use it, but it's not that bad either. Kind of like the shield with the Sentinel. The best class weapon is obviously Skeleton Key, that's why Thief's number 2. But yeah, Stormheim, this is where you get it, or if it's in a Titan event. Let's go over the talents. Sorry, or the traits first. Giant Bond, all allied giants gain 2 life. Big, gain 1 life from 4 or 5 gym matches. And Giant Lord, all giants start battle with 50% mana. Sorry. And this is a giant, so you'll start with 50% mana. Like I said with Thief, 50% mana start is awesome. That is why this is number 1. And then the talent trees. Ferocity. We have Warstone and Storms. First level is Ferocity, gain 5 attack. Impact, inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage to me. Chaos Storm, summon a random storm on 4 or 5 gym matches. These are all pretty much good. I usually use the gain 4 attack. Impact, if they hit you, they get stunned, so they lose all their traits. Chaos Storm summons a storm. It's a random storm though, so I'd say that's the least best one here. I would either pick Ferocity or Impact, depending if you're in first slot or not. Titan, usually used with like skull spamming teams and stuff like that. So sometimes you'll use Ferocity, sometimes you'll use Impact, but they're both good. Level 5, Counterattack. Gain 2 attack when I take damage. Hammer Mastery, gain 2 magic if using a hammer. Mace of Power, gain 2 magic if using a mace. Counterattack's decent if you're in first slot and you're doing skulls, especially skull spam. You're going to get hit, and you're going to gain 2 attack. Hammer Mastery's good if you're using Mountain Crusher. Level 10, Axes of Doom. Gain 3 magic if using an axe. Stone Circle. All brown allies gain 3 armor. And Thunder Fist. All yellow allies gain 1 magic. Usually you're going to choose between one of these two. Depends if you have more brown troops or more yellow troops. Level 20, Blood and Glory. Gain 1 glory in PvP battles. Dwarven Armor. Gain 4 armor for each Dwarven ally. Storm Aura. Create a dust storm at the start of battle. I usually use Storm Aura. I guess if you wanted an extra glory, that'd be the second best. Dwarven Armor. When are you going to have a bunch of dwarves that are going to make that worth anything? Don't think that's probably the worst one in level 20. Storm Aura, usually the one you're going to pick. You want a dust storm, it's brown. You have a bunch of brown falling, and then you'll get a barrier off matching brown with Rock Solid. Level 40, we have Vengeance. Gain 3 attack when an enemy dies. That's not bad. Rock Solid, though, is the best, and you're always going to pick this, so Vengeance doesn't matter. Gain a barrier when matching brown gems. So every time you match brown gems, you're going to get barrier. It's awesome. It's probably why this is number 1. Combined with 50% mana start, which Sentinel doesn't have. That's why this is number 1. 50% start and Rock Solid together. Titanic Surge. All giant allies gain 1 life and magic. So yeah, Rock Solid, obviously the best. You get it at level 40, that's good. Doesn't take too long to get there. Level 70, Bloodthirsty. Become enraged in 4 or 5 gym matches. That can be used. Stone Mastery. Gain bonus brown mana from brown gym matches. You're going to be matching brown, so that is helpful. And Lightning Strike. Explode 1 yellow gem on 4 or 5 gym matches. These are all good. I would say it's just all situational. I usually use Stone Mastery because usually I'm matching brown gems to get Rock Solid anyway. So I usually use Stone Mastery, but I definitely use Lightning Strike sometimes. And Bloodthirsty is good if you're you need to be enraged, you need to do skull damage. And level 100, Bull General. All Taurus allies gain 1 attack every turn. Fortitude, immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, and devour. And Lord of Storms. Elementals gain 1 magic when an ally casts a spell. Fortitude is the best. It's the best defensive trait talent in the game. Maybe not in the game, but it's one of the best. Fortitude, you can't be devoured. Can't be death marked, stunned, all that stupid crap. So Fortitude is the best on here. But yeah, those are the first 3 classes you should level up in the game. Titan is number 1. Make sure you always have Titan on your hero. Level it up. Do a fast Explorer team, Sunbird team. Just go check out my Traitstone farming video and put Titan on your hero while you do that, and just win battles as fast as possible and get Titan to level 100. It's really good. It's the best class in the game right now. After that is Thief. Thief is the second best in the game because it goes so well with Skeleton Key, which you get from this class. It has 50% start and Assassinate, and it's just awesome. So it goes really well with the Skeleton Key. It's the best class to use with the Skeleton Key, which is meta right now. So this is why this is the second best class in the game. And the third best is Sentinel, because it is a Titan Light, basically. It is Titan, but almost as good, but not as good. It doesn't have the 50% start or whatever. I don't think, you know. But it's really tough here. Leader, Holy Armor, get behind me. A lot of barrier. It's pretty much Titan Junior, so that's why it's number 3. But yeah. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully that helped you out, Bright Tick Creations. I know you didn't specifically ask for the top 3 classes in the game, but I've heard that question a lot, so I went ahead and answered it. But yeah, the first class in the game you should level is Titan, and it's the best. Second is Thief, second one you should level. And third is Sentinel, third best in the game, third one you should level. So level them by doing fast teams and explore. Every battle you win counts towards it, and that's also how you get the weapons. So like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.